Dad, isn't it time for illegal ham in the face? But bro, where's the banjo?
Some sports shows try to give you hot takes, but only one can give you a big old piece of hot ham. Welcome to Illegal Ham to the Face, talking all Cleveland sports and, of course, food on our semi-famous Fat Boy Thursday. Here are your hosts, Fatty and Big Bry.
What is going on, big fella?
Yay. What's up?
Yay. It is a warm Thursday afternoon in May here in Cleveland. What is it, May 17th? I don't even know what day it is, Brian. That's
16th,
how we're going.
maybe?
Yeah, close. It's somewhere around there. It's a teenth. It's a teenth. Actually, it says up here, May 16th. Okay, so, yep, I screwed up. There we go. First fatty fail of the night. Here we go. Welcome on into Illegal Ham to the Face. We are brought to you by Kheel in Lake Erie, APA. Also, City Dogs Cleveland. We have a new puppy to showcase tonight for our trivia. We always start out our show, as always, Bri. We got any shout outs tonight, big brother? Because you got some big stuff coming up here. So you got any shout outs?
Sure.
Tonight?
Yeah, I guess we'll shout out the love of my life, my wife. I was telling you yesterday, she's been a trooper. She's been a warrior through this entire pregnancy. And hey, she continues to be tougher than I could ever imagine. So shout her out. We're coming down the home stretch here, probably within the next week. Fingers crossed and everything goes well, and everyone's thoughts and prayers are very much appreciated. Yeah, ready or not, here it comes.
So you said Monday you're getting induced if you do not have the baby this weekend.
Yep, that's correct. So
I can't wait to get some pictures.
Hopefully,
you guys,
hopefully by this time
right?
next week. Oh yeah, you'll get some pictures for sure.
All right. Have you guys settled for a name?
Down to 3.
Down to 3 names. You still haven't got the name yet.
I think it's going to be a game time decision. She gives me a side eye every time I bring it up. So I'm comfortable with any of the 3. So I'll just I'll let her figure it out. I don't know. To me, it's just going to look like a baby, but maybe when she comes out, I'll be like, oh, there it is. That makes a lot of sense. We're going with this one.
Justin had a very good shout out tonight. Shout out to Valhalla Country Club. 15-minute drive. They got the PGA champion.
Beautiful.
Going.
Yeah.
Of course, looking great.
Yeah, sure is.
Looks like a dad of a Brenda. Okay, Brian looks like a dad of a Brenda.
Brenda?
Yeah.
Brenda or Brenda?
Brenda.
Is Brenda short for something? I feel like Brenda's short for something. No?
Like a Brenda Lee Lovelace.
Sounds like a car.
Hey.
Hop in the old Brenda Lee.
I do have to shout out your wife too. So like when you told me that her last day of work was yesterday, I was absolutely floored that I talked to my wife about it. And she goes, she did what? She's just now getting done with work. I'm like, yeah. She goes, when I found out that they were going to pay me to stay home, honey, I was staying at home. Did we just name the baby on the podcast?
Brenda. All right. Brenda Lee.
All right. Well, that's going to be her nickname on the show now.
Sure. Yeah. I'm down for it. So we can come up with a better one.
I'll tell you what. See, the great thing is about naming a kid, Bri, is like for us, we had the best of both worlds because we had just named, there's no compromise in between. So it was, I got to name the firstborn and then she got to name the second one. So that was kind of nice with twins. But, normally we had, let's see here, like we had people pick the first name. Somebody would pick the middle name. I mean, are you guys like close? Is there a favorite?
Oh, we got the middle name. The middle name is her middle name. Her grandmothers both shared this middle name. So the middle name is set. Yeah, we're just down to I think it goes day by. For me, I know it goes day by day. One week I might be feeling this name is my number one. A couple days later, it might be a different one. I said I've told her all along that if it's a girl, she gets veto power. If she knows what she wants, she can go ahead and name it. And if it's a boy, I get veto power. If there's one name that I really want, then we're going with that one. So, yeah, we're just Playing it by ear at this point.
Somebody put down Bernie. Here we go, Bernie. Bernie would be.
You know my story.
I know.
being named after Brian Sipe. If I was named a couple years later, I'd have been Bernie.
Here's Gladys. There we go. There's another one.
Gladys, very classic. Sure.
Mm-hmm. So, man, the
Like
names
that.
are just popping in here. We might have to do a poll for
Sure,
next
bring
week,
'em.
buddy.
Bring him. Yeah. Hey.
So-
She doesn't have a name till it's on paper.
Hey, and you got to sign it right too. Don't mess it up like they did with my wife's name. She was
Oh, is
supposed
that
to be,
right? Well,
she was supposed to be Hope Michelle, and they wrote it wrong, and it on the paper it was Michelle Hope.
oh, so is that her official name?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
So that's
they
why we call
misspelled
her
my
Hope.
name too.
Well, it was supposed to be Brenda, wasn't it?
No, it was supposed to be with a Y. They put it with an I, and my mom's like, "Oh, just keep it."
Oh, you were going to be one of those guys. You weren't even going to be.
I was.
You weren't even. Oh boy, that's a
My
different.
life could have been completely different if I was one of those D-bags with a Brian with a Y.
You might have been a
Ugh.
country singer. I mean, I'm
No,
not
I
gonna
might have
lie.
been a Steelers fan or something. You'd have been gross.
You might have had a mullet and like it's Joe Dirt mullet and everything, buddy.
Speaking of football and football players, I got an exercise for you that you should play with your wife when you're bored. And I thought of it a couple weeks ago, and I asked my wife, I said, "Hey, can you name me any current NFL players that don't play for the Browns?" She came up with, let's say 3.5. I gave her 3.5. So
Well, that's not bad. Because I
not
already
bad,
know
I
what
know.
mine,
So
I know what mine would be. My wife would look like, I don't care. Like, okay, honey, at least you tried.
she couldn't name one.
I don't think she cares. Like that's the thing. Like
I
if
don't
I
care.
can ask her the
That's
question,
not the question. The question isn't if she cares. The question, can you name one?
yeah. Well, see, the thing is I can ask her that, and she's still not going to answer me. She's going to be like, I don't care.
She's just gonna be like,
She's
"Go wait
just
out
like-
in the car. I'm sitting in the living room. You don't talk to me. Get out of
Yeah,
here."
yeah. All right, so here's my shout out tonight, Brian. I found this at my local Giant Eagle gas station. My little get-go. Take a look at this guy. Little Voodoo Ranger iced tea.
Interesting.
Not bad. 7% alcohol. Tastes delicious. I'm enjoying this right
Oh,
now,
yeah.
right?
Those Rangers are potent. They're like 9% the beer. So 7%. Watch yourself.
Sneak up on me like those other ones did. Not gonna lie. All right, so for our show tonight, all right, we're going to get into our trivia here in just a second, which is brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. It is my turn for trivia. We're also going to talk about the Cavs losing the series to the Celtics. We missed the last 2 games, so we'll talk about that. The Browns schedule release has happened, Bri. It's like another birthday for you here, so we'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
We did
Sure.
put out a poll for our Fat Boy Thursday of which jelly is the best jelly for a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, grape or strawberry. I have the results here. And then we are going to finish out the show with our top 3 sports nicknames, Brian. And there is plenty of nicknames that you could choose all around the spectrum. You know, boxing, IndyCar driving, NASCAR, whatever you want to pick. The best, your top 3 sports nicknames.
So these are individuals, not team names?
Yes, individuals.
Okay, gotcha. Boy, dang it. I had a
I
bunch,
know, right?
but I forgot them. So I'll write them down. I'll come up with them. We got time.
Okay. So let's get our show started. Let's have some fun, Brian. Let's get ready for our trivia. And our trivia is brought to you by City Dogs Cleveland. They still need help adopting these beautiful pups. I have a new one for us tonight. His name is, I believe it's Buck. Let me take a look. See, yes, it is Buck. Buck is a beautiful little puppy. Look at this face right there. You can find him at City Dogs Cleveland along with so many other city dogs right there. Beautiful little dog there. He got out for a day, go enjoying the sunshine. So if you can, please go adopt Buck. Always, please donate, volunteer, help out any way you can. City Dogs will take all of your time and help if you can give it. We try to do it for our show, trying to get dogs that need adopted out there so we can do our part to help them also. So please go help them out. Also, on that note, Brian, we did get the schedule. You and I are honing in on a date for the watch party with Mutts. We're going to have some fun, do a City Dogs watch party again with the Cleveland Browns. So we'll get that set up and let you guys know here soon of when that's going to be. But, Brian, you told me no more baseball. You wanted basketball or football.
Right.
I got your football, Brian. You ready?
Oh, baby. Okay.
All right. Now,
give it to me.
6 teams have never had an AP MVP award winner. Can you name me those 6 teams?
Okay.
And can you tell me the last Browns one as a cherry on top?
You got it. I got that
and I got this list. We'll go through this list afterward because it's definitely eye-popping of the people last MVPs that were won. So everybody will enjoy that one here later up.
I like it.
Oh, and we'll get into that too here in a little bit, Justin, too. I'll save that in the comments. I'll start that one right here. But so you like trivia? Is that a good one?
Absolutely. No, I love it. Put my thinking cap on here.
All right. Well, let's start out with our Cleveland headlines, brother. All right. So first off, for your Cleveland headlines, the Cleveland Cavaliers have lost in a gentleman's sweep to the Boston Celtics. They lost the last 2 games since we have talked. Is it 2 or 3? Because they won. Nope, they won the one at Boston, then they lost the
1 week ago. Yeah.
So right now, we had after the one game, we had no Donovan Mitchell. He was out. We really didn't have Jared Allen this entire series. Karis LeVert last night, injured, out. So we pretty much our starting lineup, I believe, was Strus, Garland, Okoro, Dean Wade, and Mobley. And it just rotated from there. So pretty much everybody got in the game because that's all we had left was just all those guys. But, Bri, I do have to say, personally, it has been a roller coaster of a season. I am very, very proud of the way that they played the last 2 games. You and I both talked. I thought they were going to get blown out last night. I thought they were going to get the doors blown off of them. I thought it was going to be an embarrassment. They hung in and they played tough, Bri. They really did. I mean, what were your thoughts about these past 2 games?
Yeah. Just the fact, I mean, I know it sounds like a pretty low bar, but I was just expecting them to get rolled last night. And I mean, you can make the argument that if it weren't for a miraculous performance by Marcus Morris, maybe they would have. Because, I mean, he played one of the games of his life. He's shooting like Steph Curry. And we still lost by what? By what, 15 did we lose by?
Yeah, but we were in the game all the way up until like 5 minutes left in the game. So
Right. And so he had the magic going. Mobley had the magic going, so we had 2 guys with the magic, but it just wasn't enough. And I don't know. It seems a little too soon to maybe start pointing the finger, but yeah, there are a lot of guys who you expected more from this series, but then I just think you're outmatched, especially these last 2 games. Even if you can have these great performances and you can have so much go right for you. It's just like, eventually they have a lot more talent than you do, even though they're missing Porzingis as well. But just they're 2 superstars. You had one and he was trying to carry the team. And, it's weird how some of these guys play when Donovan Mitchell is not on the court. And I just wish they could play like that, like last night and like game 4, play like that all the time, even when Mitchell's on the court, because you see just they're different. They act different. They're more aggressive. They know that maybe they just know that Mitchell's not going to bail them out and put up 40 or 50 points. And, whatever it is, they need to get it fixed. And it's going to be a very chaotic offseason and a lot of scuttlebutt about what we should do with our coach, what we should do with our players, what we should do with our front office. And it's going to be a whirlwind. So buckle up.
Well, let's talk about a little bit about the scuttlebutt. Right now, it's still up in the air about Money Mitchell, seeing if he's going to resign or not. We'll see what happens there. But also there has been rumors now about Darius Garland being traded. The rumor mill also about JB getting fired, which I put out a poll. 83% agreed that the Cavs and JB should part ways. There's also, if you guys, anybody, I listen to the Ken Carman show in the morning because it's just something to tone out. If you listened to that this morning and heard some of the news that came out of there, I mean, that's just unreal what came out of that. Like Colby Altman busting into JB Bickerstaff's office in December and chewing him out for playing Donovan Mitchell too much. And just like little things behind the scenes that are now going on, like players and players' staff upset because Jared Allen didn't take a cortisone shot in the ribs to play a couple of those games that they thought he could have played in, and all this stuff. Like it's amazing what happens once the season's over and then just what comes out about this season. But there's one thing that, Brian, you and I have talked about it. Do we think JB is the right guy right now for this Cavs team? Everybody's kind of in limbo about it. Now, me personally, Bri, the way this team played for JB there for the last 2 games was truly amazing. Now, I think we need to take another step because there's been times that the offense has been kind of stale with JB a couple of times. But do I want anybody fired? No. But if they part ways, am I going to be upset? No. But who are you going to get is the other thing. What name are you going to get? You're going to get another retread and try that out, or what's going to happen there? Also, the whole Mitchell coming back, all this stuff, and the cryptic tweets and everything else, it's just going to be chaos right now until you go through the weeds. But right now, there's some serious stuff going behind the scenes. And Bri, you said it before. There's got to be a really hell of a look at Colby Altman for this too, Bri. There really is, because this is the roster that you set up. You had Max Strus not play a great year. Playoffs, he was just horrible. He really was horrible. Let's just say it. Then you have Niang not even show up in the playoffs. This whole year, he hadn't shown up really. And it's just been like, these are the guys you signed in free agency that were going to space out and, change this team. And it didn't happen. And now this is where Fatty gets fired up. What really sucks about this whole process, Bri, is you were against the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference. And we still don't know where in the hell we're at with our team because we can't get our stars to see what the actual matchup is against Boston. We cannot get an entire team of ours to play against Boston that's healthy so we can get a good look and go, all right, this is what's missing. We need to take care of this situation. Guess what? We don't have that now. Now it's just all up in the air. We know Mitchell can score 40 and 50 points any night he wants. Garland kind of comes and goes as he wants to go. Mobley, thank God, got aggressive for the past 2 games because he had to and scored 33 points last night. And then you have Marcus Morris, who's 36 years old, just dropping dimes. It was like, what's going on with this team? Like, this team needs a true identity, and they need to pick a path and go for it, whether it be with Mitchell or with the others. But they need to pick a path and stick to that path and stop trying to speed up the process. Speeding up the process has not helped them at all, Bri.
Yeah, I would. I think I brought it up a couple weeks ago, and I still, even though this playoffs has been a whirlwind, has been up and down like crazy, and injuries that you can't predict. And I would still stick with my original thought of you have to do everything you can to keep Donovan Mitchell happy. And whatever he wants, that's a lot of people aren't going to like that because they feel like, well, we did that for LeBron and he screwed us in the end. And I understand that, but you also had a lot of great times with LeBron. Even you won championship, yes, one of the greatest accomplishments in any of our fandom, but also going to all those finals, also those deep playoff runs. You have a superstar here in Donovan Mitchell, and you need to listen to what he wants. I'm not saying you give him everything he wants, but it's clear him and Darius Garland are not good together. It's clear Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are not good together. And it was clear to me at the end of the reason I'm so hard on Kobe Altman is it was clear to me at the end of last season that Mobley and Allen can't be on the same team. They can be, but it would be Mobley starting, Allen coming off the bench and sparing Mobley, and you can't have them on the court at the same time because what you're looking for from a big man in today's NBA, you need a guy who can shoot from the outside. And that's how the game has evolved. You need a guy who can be an outside presence who people want to go out and guard. If you're not that, you can still have a place in the NBA, but you have to be physical as hell. You either need to be a banger down low, an enforcer, or you need to be a guy who can pop out and hit those shots. And it was clear to me last year that these guys are neither. And you have two of them. You're wasting two of your starting five on guys who we don't know what they are. And Mobley still has a ton of potential, but yeah, you have two post players who are just getting pushed all over the court in that New York series. And what has changed? I pleaded for Jared Allen to get in the weight room, put on 20 pounds of muscle because it's not going to affect your game negatively at all. And he didn't. You need somebody to push. If you want to make this work, you can't just bring everybody back and say, well, let's run it back again. And here's Niang and here's Strus, and hopefully we do better. I could argue they made no progress this year. And we're at the exact same spot as we were last year. We're better than the worst playoff team in the Magic, but we're not close to the best playoff team in the Celtics. And it felt like maybe at times during this series that we were, but I never really felt like the Celtics were really all that threatened by us. So to me, locking up Donovan Mitchell is the first thing. And if he wants JB back, I'm fine with bringing JB. I don't think JB is a huge problem. I think, could you do better? Maybe. Could you do worse? Maybe. I think he's a solid coach. I question his rotations at times, and it's easy to say today, 24 hours removed from Marcus Morris putting up a gem. Like, why wasn't that guy playing more this series? Why
he even came out and said it too. Marcus Morris came out and said, he goes, I thought I was going to get more minutes during the Boston series, but and I'm like, jeez.
You're searching for points. And here's a guy, I know he's old, but he proved to you he can be a spark off the. Why are we playing Dean Wade? I've never understood. I've never been behind Dean Wade. I mean, I know he went off. Well, and people are talking about like, well, we get Dean Wade back. He can really check Jason Tatum. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me? Dean Wade and Jason Tatum on two separate planets. Dean Wade is a nice 9th or 10th or 11th guy on your team, but if you're counting on him for anything, you're screwed. And so, yeah, Marcus Morris, just a guy who has been there, done that. Yes, he's older. Yes, he's maybe a little bit slower, but he proved that he can hit shots. So that's one of my only real beefs with JB. But going back to the big picture of it all, I think you try your damnedest to move forward with Donovan Mitchell and with Evan Mobley showing a little bit of something there. And then after that, I think you have to fill out your starting five. To me right now, you need a 3, you need a small forward, and you also need a 4, a power forward. Because I think Strus is good enough, even though he's very streaky. He's not going to be a superstar or anything like that, but he can play the 2 for you, and he can hold it down if you get a solid 3 and a solid 4. And but Strus is 6'5". He has no business playing the 3, just like Darius Garland at 6'1" has no business playing the 2. So you have to get bigger. You have to get more physical. It's just not going to work running it back again with a different coach. And yeah, it's just going to be another wasted year. And one thing before I end this long-winded part, I think the Cavs need to look to what the Browns did. And people are going to hate on me, the Baker Bros and everything are going to come out in droves and say that I'm dead wrong. But Baker Mayfield was hurt in the year. His last season, he was hurt. But the Browns were smart enough to see that, yeah, Baker Mayfield's not bad, and he's hurt, and so it's hard to judge him there. But we've seen many years of the Baker Mayfield experience. We know he's good, but he's not good enough to get us where we want to go. And I feel like that's where the Cavs are at right now. Yeah, you could blame it on injuries, say we didn't see the best of our team against the Celtics, but I can say we've seen that for the last 2 or 3 years. And it's good enough to get the 4 seed in the East and be a really good regular season team. But to me, we're the 6th, maybe the 7th best team in the East when it comes down to playoff time. And so we're good. We're just not good enough. So you have to, even if it causes us to take 2 steps backwards in order to make 2 or 3 steps forward, you have to try something else. You have to take that big swing again, because just running this team back again is a gigantic mistake. Or making a couple small moves, signing this small veteran or this shooting guard, or just somebody that can maybe give us hopefully a shot in the dark like they did last year. Doing that again, you're going to lose a lot of people, including me. I think we've seen enough that these 2 guards can't play together. These 2 big men can't play together. And, we got to see what we can get for him. I don't think you can get much for Darius Garland with his contract and the way that he has not really played up to it. But, hey, it's worth a shot. Get whatever you can for him at this point.
Well, there is some teams that are interested in Darius Garland, and they're going off of what they had his All-Star year. And like you said, it's kind of hard to do it with 2 dominant guards, ball dominant guards, because he doesn't play off the ball, that well. He's got to have it in his hand. And then Chris chimed in here, said Garland and Mitchell are the same style player. Keep one, get rid of the other. And he goes, obviously, I prefer Mitchell. They are, but they aren't. That's the thing about it. Mitchell, yes, is a shorter guard, but he's got more stockiness to him, and he can get low. I'm tired of watching. You had Bri, how old is Al Horford? He's like, what, 38, right? Somewhere
almost 40, yeah.
Almost 40 years old. You're 24, and you cannot get past him. That man blocked you like 12 times this past game because you have a one-trick prony, and that's the only thing you can do is just drive and then try to do that little baby layup. He blocked you so many damn times that I wanted to pull my fucking hair out, Bri. I was screaming at the TV. I'm like, how can you not get past him? Of all people guarding you, that's the man that you can't get past. And then that's where it kills me. And then also watching him getting hit in the face, getting hit in the mouth. He got elbowed by Jaylen Brown and just crumbles to the floor. And I understand it hurts. I've been hit in the face too, but geez, like that guy is he's getting pummeled, and I don't know what else to do for him except go, toughen up, kid. That's the NBA. You're in the playoffs. You're going to get hit. You're going to get checked. You're going to get bounced around, which you did. You got to toughen up. And like the great thing is I watched Mobley toughen up. Now I know they let him kind of get some points down low, but backing down Horford, going after their center, going after getting the mismatch with Derek White, watching him actually work and do baby hooks and everything else down low, Bri. It wasn't just dunks this time. And then trying the outside threes. He even tried a few of those, and I was like, all right, well, somebody's trying to get a game going here. But it's aggravating right now because they need to take that next step, and we don't know what that next step is right now. Yes, it's re-signing Mitchell, But then what's the next step? You get rid of Garland. What are you going to get? Obviously, you need a 2 to go beside Mitchell. That's at least 6'5", 6'6", and not a 6-footer again. Strus, I don't know what the hell you do with Strus because it was just a horrible, horrible series for him. He got streaky shooting, and then you got burnt every time that Jaylen Brown or Tatum had the ball. Just got torched. It was just watching him stand in cement. And it's just frustrating, Bri, because I'm watching Oklahoma City take this next step. Minnesota Timberwolves taking that next step. You know, all these teams, Indiana Pacers. Then you got the Villanova Knicks taking a step. And it's like, what are we doing? Are we just going to be okay with just status quo, just staying right in the middle? They got to change it up. They got to do something, and it's got to be drastic, Bri, for me. And I hate to say that, but it's got to be either scenic change for somebody or just somebody at the helm has got to take a hold of this thing and go, all right, this is what we're actually doing.
And I mean, success favors the bold, I think is the old saying. You have to be bold. And what did we see at the trade deadline? We saw the 2 teams you just named, the Pacers, the Knicks. They were bold. They saw an opportunity with the Raptors getting rid of some guys, some potential superstars with some size. OG Anunoby going to the Knicks. He's helped them out a great deal. Pascal Siakam going to the Pacers. Yeah, you probably would have had to give up Garland. You might have had to give up Jared Allen to get them. But they did it, and in my mind, they're in a better place than the Cavs are right now because the Cavs are trying to figure this out, figure out their roster. I think I heard Brian Windhurst say today, you know, this is just not working. Your best lineups are when you have 1 point guard, 1 big man, and 3 shooters. And it's kind of proven itself out through the entire season when they went on that tremendous run when was it Garland and Mobley both hurt. And so that's what you need to focus on. And I just hope Kobe Altman is smart enough to know that. It sounds like Dan Gilbert is maybe going to be, you know, a little more involved this offseason after going through a few unfortunate family tragedies over the last couple of years. So maybe he puts a little more heat on Kobe Altman saying, hey, if you're not going to get this done, we'll find somebody who will because this isn't working. So you go earn your paycheck this offseason. And I think because I won't be with you maybe for the next few weeks or until this Donovan Mitchell saga gets going and gets resolved. I thought I heard something today that he can make even more money if he plays this next year and then signs with the Cavs next offseason. So don't be surprised if he just
substantial more money.
So why would he, if he wants to stay with the Cavs, why would he sign anything this offseason? We might be going through a whole nother season. Maybe the Cavs want him to give them his word that, hey, I'm not going to screw you over. I'm just looking for more money next year. So why would he sign anything this offseason? I don't think he would. And then even when he does sign something, today's NBA, you just sign it. If you're not happy, you just demand a trade. So he could sign it. He could be with the Cavs for 1 year out of the 4-year contract and then just demand a trade, and we'll trade him and get something for him. So, I mean, it's how the NBA is. It's a year-to-year thing with these superstars. I think Donovan Mitchell has a good head on his shoulders, though. I don't think he's going to jerk us around the way LeBron did. I think if he tells us this is what I want, we give it to him, we make these changes, and we're trying to build this team around him, I think he'll be happy staying. But the Cavs have to fully commit to him. They can't just say, no, you know what, we're going to try this again with our draft picks, with the guys that we signed, and, you know, hopefully you can put up 60 next year and we can, you know, win a couple games in a series. So, yeah, it just listen to Mitchell. You know, I'm confident. I'm comfortable with whatever he wants to do, and he knows better than me. So.
Now, Bri, you brought up a key word in this whole conversation. LeBron James.
Yeah.
He was here courtside drinking $1,500 wine underneath his seat, watching the Cavs Celtics here in Cleveland. Bri, I never thought I'd see him come back to Cleveland and actually sit down and watch a basketball game in Cleveland. And when that happened, holy shit, did heads start to roll everywhere. Oh my God, is LeBron coming back? What's he doing here? Why is he here? Why is he sitting courtside at a Cavs game? Oh, he brought his friends? Is he recruiting people? Is he coming back to the Cavs and we're kicking people off? All that shit started to go again. And you know something, Bri? There's one thing I do know about LeBron James. Everything is calculated with that man when he is in the social eye. Ever since his little debacle of I'm going to South Beach, taking my talents to South Beach, he is very careful what he does in a public presence. There was a reason why he was there. Don't know what that is yet, but there was a reason why he was courtside here at a Cavs game, Bri.
Yeah, to me, in my opinion, it was just for leverage against the Lakers. I told you that man is Hollywood. He's not Northeast Ohio anymore. He's Hollywood. So he's not going to want to leave Hollywood. He wants to be a big deal in what he considers to be a big glitz and glamour town and have people fawn over him and be a big deal amongst the Hollywood stars. So I would take him back. I'm not sitting here as one of those guys who says, oh, screw LeBron James. I would never have him back. I would take him back in a second. I don't knowing his personality. Yeah, I think he's Hollywood. He wants to be a Laker. But this was his way of saying, hey, you know, I could go home. This is really nice because he went back to Cleveland one time already in his career. So I could do it again. I'm really comfortable there. You know, you better give me money. You better draft my son. You better do whatever I want. I mean, as long as he's in LA, he's not winning anything. Unless, unfortunately, if they trade for Donovan Mitchell, maybe I'll change my tune up. But if I'm Dan Gilbert, I say screw you. We're not giving you Donovan Mitchell.
Well, the thing is this is what intrigues me about this whole thing. Is out in LA, they're getting old now, Bri. They're old. Right now, we got a young guard. We got a young power forward / center. We got some pieces here and there. We got a defensive guy. His buddy Tristan was here, which they were all over top of each other when they, you know, him and Verjao too. Like they were all over each other. But I don't know what to think. Like the part of me, like this is what sucks because the fan in Cleveland and as a Cavs fan, the Cavs fan in me goes, dude, let's do this. Let's get LeBron in here, ship off whoever. LeBron, Money Mitch, Mobley. Let's do it. Let's see what happens. And then the other party goes, man, that's going to be a lot of drama. And the expectations of that are going to be unreal.
What's absolutely crazy about all this is everything I've said about the Cavs for the last several months about how this roster doesn't work, yada yada yada. If we get LeBron, he fixes everything. I feel leaps and bounds better about this roster if we just have that superstar at the 3 position on the wing. And, you know, have Donovan Mitchell play second fill. And then, like, everything else, you know, LeBron's going to toughen up Jared Allen and Evan Mobley, especially Mobley. Mobley's still young. He can still mold him. LeBron would just fix all of our issues. You know, maybe not everything, but I would put them top 3. If LeBron came here right now, we didn't have to give up anything, which I don't know if that's possible.
He's got a player option, dude. He can opt out. So he's got a player option right now. He can opt out and sign wherever the hell he wants to.
Well, right. And it would only fix your problems for a year or 2 years because he's my age. So that means he's going to be 40 really soon. So how much longer can he honestly keep this up? But for 1 year, man, that'd be something special.
Brian, did you already turn the big 4-0, buddy?
No. It's coming up a few months.
Oh, I can't wait, Loveless. What are we doing?
I got to figure some other stuff out before we get to that one.
All right, I got you. I hear you on that one. He would cause more issues than anything. Well, Justin, you just don't like
Oh, he
LeBron
loves
James. and I
Michael
get that.
Jordan. Yeah, Michael Jordan
It's all right.
is
I get it.
farts gold
Right,
in his
right.
book.
And that's the thing. Like, this is where I get all upset. Like, I understand that he doesn't like LeBron James, and I get that. But every era has their own superstar, Bry. And we had, like, if you go back, it's Wilt Chamberlain. You know, then you had Dr. J, and then you had this. Then you had Magic and Larry Bird. Then it was Jordan. Then it was Kobe. Then it was like I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, cookout! I'll
I
smoke
think,
something for Bry. Oh, smoked deviled eggs again.
Ooh, that sounds pretty damn good.
We might have to do that, Bry.
Burnt ends are my favorite. I haven't had them in a very long time, so if you can make that, it'd be hard to keep me away.
like candy.
But oh yeah, oh so good. But going back to Justin and the MJ Jordan debate and all that, and like I feel like LeBron. I'm sorry, MJ and LeBron debate. I feel like LeBron has felt the pressure to be the greatest player of all time for a very long time, even going back to his first stint in Cleveland. I think
back in high school,
he knew.
Right?
Well, I think he knew when he was in Cleveland the first time, his ultimate goal. You know, he can be the best player he can be, but his ultimate goal was he knew that if he doesn't get to 6 championships, he's never going to be considered to be one of the best in his mind. Because some people just look at championships, like Justin. I'm sure that's the first argument he brings up is 6 and 4. So I think LeBron had that. I think that's why LeBron has moved around so much, because he knew he couldn't waste a couple years of his career to sit around and let a team rebuild and let a team mature. So that's why he's jumping all over the place and recruiting guys. And to bring it back to the Cavs' current situation, I don't feel like Donovan Mitchell has that same pressure to where I feel like I have to be one of the greatest players of all time. He can stay in Cleveland. He can have a Hall of Fame career in Cleveland. Maybe he wins the NBA title at some point if he stays here for a while. I don't think he has that pressure to where he's feeling like I got to go join up with these superstars so we can win multiple championships for my legacy. And so I think he's just he's a little bit freer than LeBron is in that aspect.
It's all right, buddy. It's all right. Everybody has their own opinions and everything else. That's why I love doing this, because you get to talk. Like, we have our own opinions. Everybody can disagree with us. Christ, I disagree with myself half the time when I say stuff. Toby said it's your birthday. He will smoke whatever he wants.
Boy, yeah.
It's good. I'm not gonna lie, it's
hot
good.
dogs. Haven't you seen what are they called? The hillbilly burnt ends with like cut up hot dogs and have you seen those? You know what I'm talking about?
You know the one I'm excited about? Have you seen like the super smoked bologna? Where they carve the bologna out and it just
it looks like a snowflake, kind of.
Oh my god, yes. I get excited.
They slice it up, yeah.
Now we're getting
looks really good. I hope it tastes that good.
We gotta save that for Fat Boy stuff, Brian. We gotta save that for
all right. It sounds like maybe a new segment, maybe a couple weeks.
Yeah. So let's get into all right. So I'm done talking Cavs. We'll have news break out throughout next few weeks of what the hell is actually going to happen with the Cavs.
Sure.
Let's see here. He said, no, I bring up the bronze medal, the losing final records, and the first player ever to be swept in 3 decades. He does have a point with that one. That was a nice little gem that they came up. I don't.
First player to ever be swept. Who keeps track of that? Somebody who has way too much time on their hands.
Oh, dude, that was flying around everywhere. That was flying around everywhere on social media. Yeah. Toby says
a lot of LeBron James haters.
God damn it, Toby! It is not Fat Boy Thursday yet. Stop it.
My brother-in-law makes some mean beans with bacon and all sorts of meat and everything. Kielbasa, ground beef, beans.
Focus, Brian. We got to get back. We got to get back in this before
we go to the Browns. We can go to the Browns.
All right,
schedule game. This is what I've been looking forward to for years.
All right, here we go with the illegal ham to the face Browns schedule game 2024-25. All right.
I haven't done this yet, so this is all top of the head. So I'll
All
keep
right.
track. I'll keep track of you, and I'll keep track of me.
Now this is way too early, Bri. You know this is way too early.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Oh yeah, we're just going off the rip. First
All right.
impressions.
Here we go. Week 1, September 8th. 2024 at 4:25 p.m. We welcome the Dallas Cowboys to Cleveland Browns Stadium with Tom Brady on the call for the first time here in Cleveland. Oh,
Yep.
shit. Now everybody's talking food. Justice Space said 17-0. Here we go. Bri, how do you feel about the Cowboys?
That's a win. Cowboys.
That's a win.
They're good. They're a good team, but I think they'll have a rookie tackle going against Myles Garrett. I don't know who the running back. Are they going to roll out the corpse of Ezekiel Elliott to be their starting running back? I don't know who else they have.
Wouldn't surprise me any.
Micah Parsons is a stud, but we'll double team the crap out of him. So that's a win for me. What you got?
I got to win too. Rub it in the juice. Maybe we can get. There's an echo when Fatty talks. What did I do? I probably screwed up something on my end. My bad. Hopefully that's better. It might be Bri's earbuds.
Yep, my bad. Let me know if I'm echoing.
It's me echoing. I can hear myself, but that's all right. On the Sunday, September 15th at 1 p.m. at the Jacksonville Jaguars.
That's Betty? Oh, I thought you were giving the... All right, here we go. That's a win for me. Jacksonville's a good team, but I think that's a close one. I think we win it.
That's a win for me also.
Okay.
All right. Next up at home, the New York Giants, Sunday, September 22nd at 1 p.m. Bri, how you feeling about this one?
Definite win. Gotta win. Definitely.
All right. I got a win on that one, so we're all 3-0 right now, Bri. Here we go. Now, for everybody that does not know, we do a watch party. We are going to try this next stretch of games, 3 away games in a row, Bri. Did not know that would happen, but we got 3 in a row. So the very first away game is at 4:25 p.m. against the Las Vegas Raiders. Bri, this is where I get the first loss for your Cleveland Browns.
Wow. Okay. There's just no way. There's no way you lose to the Raiders. But I have a hard time thinking you're going to start the season 4-0. So if I could do it over, if you let me do over, I would say you lose one of those first 2 games.
You're such a ninny. But go ahead with your heart, buddy.
Yeah. So we both have them at 3-1. I'll say they lose to Jacksonville.
Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. Next up on the schedule, 1 p.m. kickoff, October 6th against the Washington Commanders. Bri, mark me down for a win on that one.
Yep, me too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I have a hard time believing they're going to start 5-0, but I just can't have them losing to Washington and Las Vegas. So we're both 4-1 at this point.
All right, now here comes the tough stretch, Bri. Next 4 games right before the bye week. October 13th at 1 p.m. at the Philadelphia Eagles. Bri, got no loss.
There's a loss for me. Yeah, I still cannot, for the life of me, understand what happened to the Eagles at the end of last season. Like for a year and a half, they were one of the best teams in the NFL. And then for the last half of last season, they were one of the worst, and just got blown out by Baker Mayfield and the Bucs in the playoffs. And like it screamed to me a team that gave up on their coach, but then they didn't fire their coach; they brought him back. So I don't know, but I think they got a ton of talent. So yeah, and it's going to be tough playing in Philly. So we both have them at what, 4-2 at this point.
Yes, we do. We are back at home October 20th at 1 p.m. against the Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow and Bri. You know what happens when that happens? It's always a win for Cleveland. Mark down another win for Cleveland.
Gotcha. Yep. Win-win.
All right. Next up, October 27th, 1 p.m. The Baltimore Ravens at home. Bri, I got us winning that game too.
Boy, that's a loss for me.
Okay.
Again, just looking at the overall thing, I have a hard time believing that they're going to be this good. So I gotta have us lose them a couple times. So, yep, there we go. You got one ahead of me. One win.
All right. Next up, November 3rd at 1 p.m. right before the bye week. You got the Los Angeles Chargers and your boy Jimmy. How you feeling, Brian?
I'm gonna have them lose that game too. And it's not so much a Harbaugh thing. I just think the Chargers are eventually they're gonna bust out, and they lost a lot of talent. But I think this is a game maybe very close. Maybe we give it away at the end. I think they find a way to steal it from us.
Yeah, I think we lose that one too, Brian.
And we got a bye week,
which is perfect. Now, I got to say, this bye week is absolutely perfect because after this bye week, it gets crazy, Brian, for the end of the schedule.
I know.
All right. So, just so that everybody knows, the Browns have the hardest NFL schedule by record of last year. Now, everything changes. I don't listen to that noise, Brian, because by week, it all changes. Somebody gets injured. They're not, like we saw last year, with quarterbacks going down before they come here, quarterbacks of ours going down before we go somewhere. So, and here's Justin Space One said we always lose to the Chargers. It's not going to lie there. That's not a lie there. All right, Bri. So after the bye week at week 10, we have at the New Orleans Saints. Bri, how you feeling about the New Orleans Saints?
No doubt. That's a win. I like Derek Carr a lot more than a lot of people, and I think he's still got something left in the tank. But coming off a bye, hopefully getting a little bit healthier, going down there. I think this isn't Sean Payton. This isn't Drew Brees. I think good weather. We'll be fine in the dome. Give me the win.
Hey, win all day. Coming off a bye, get everybody healthy, win all day. Next up, Thursday. Short week, Bri. Thursday. Thursday night game, November 21st at 8:15 p.m. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers at home. And Bri, no matter what happens, I have learned this against the Pittsburgh Steelers, it will always be a win in my book, no matter what happens.
That's at home, correct?
Yes.
There we go. That's 2 wins for both of us. Yeah, screw the Steelers.
That's what I'm saying. Next up, we got week 13, Monday night, 8:15 p.m. against the Denver Broncos. Bri, chalk up another win for me.
Oh, my goodness. Okay. I'm going to say that's a loss.
Okay.
It makes no sense at all because Bo Nix is not a good quarterback. But, again, maybe we fumble it away.
All right. Next up, we are at the Pittsburgh Steelers. Another short week. 1 p.m. Bri? It's a win.
That's a win. I got it as a win, too. First time in 25 plus years we've swept the Steelers. I'm going to keep predicting it until it happens.
Damn right
they suck this year. They're terrible. They're like last year. They're terrible. We gave them a game with 2 defensive touchdowns for them, so that ain't going to happen this year.
Next up on the schedule, Bri, the Kansas City Chiefs, December 15th at home. Bri, this is where it gets tough for me, Bri. Yep, that's not a win. No win for this one.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to pick any of the games this is our toughest game, even though it's at home. Yeah, I'll say it's a loss. Mahomes doing Mahomes things. Probably not playing very well, but their defense is very underrated. So, yeah, we'll give them a loss.
All right. Next up on the schedule, you are at the Cincinnati Bengals on a Thursday night again, December 19th. Bri, got that one as a loss.
This one's tough because I know we have Joe Burrow's number, but eventually, yeah, he's going to beat us. I think I'll give it a loss. I guess. I think maybe injuries catch up with us or something. But yep, we'll give it a loss.
All right, Bri, here's the next one coming up. Sunday, December 29th, another 8 o'clock game here in Cleveland against the Miami Dolphins. Bri, mark down another loss.
Oh, boy. No way. Miami sucks in the cold. That's the thing. Like, our last 5 or 6 games are going to be in cold weather because we have couple home games. We go to Baltimore and Cincinnati and Pittsburgh and Denver. So those boys better be tough because you're not going to be playing in 60-degree weather come December. So I'm going to give it a win. Yeah, Miami's terrible in the cold.
And the very last game of the season, and right now it is date to be determined, time to be determined, but is at the Baltimore Ravens. And Bri, we end the regular season on a blowout win against the Baltimore Ravens.
Okay, I'm with you on a win. Do you say blowout because you think they're going to be resting those guys?
Nah, I just got a feeling. I just got a feeling they're going to kick the shit out of them. Hey,
all right.
After the 3 losses I had, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Miami, you got a pissed off Browns team going into Baltimore. You know what that means?
Okay.
Bad news for Baltimore.
Okay, so I'm tallying up the final records here. All right. Okay. You have them at 11-6. I have them at 10-7. So
right, we're close.
11-6. I'd sign up for 11-6 right now with that schedule. That's
especially with that schedule.
It's right. It's more brutal than I thought, and you have to start hot. You have to start your first 6 weeks 4-2 because it gets so brutal in December. And I mean, who knows? We might not be favored in any of those games come December, depending on how the season plays out.
This is where I think where the part of the schedule, this is where I think you can control it. When you have the 3 away games, you got the Raiders, you got Washington, you got Philly all away. And then you come back with 3 home games. You got Baltimore, you got Bengals and LA, and then you got the bye week. And then you go on the road to New Orleans. So I think those 6 games right there, that group of games is going to make or break your season. I think that's the group right there that's going to make or break your season.
Yeah, very well could. I just hope they're in position coming down the stretch. If we're, sitting near the top of the AFC come Thanksgiving, I think we're in a good place. But if we're playing from behind, we're trying to make up ground. We're around 500 going into December. I got a bad feeling about it. So, but the number one thing is health, and like you said. Who knows if whoever the Kansas City's backup quarterback is playing at that time? Yeah, we're going to destroy them.
Exactly.
So that's why quarterbacks are just so valuable, as we saw last year, and we got damn lucky finding the diamond in the rough with Joe Flacco. And
we did.
I was joking yesterday about Marcus Morris is like the Cavs. Version of Joe Flacco. Yeah. Just coming off the street, coming off his couch, and just having a heroic performance out of nowhere. and no rhyme or reason why, but we took a chance on a veteran, and he paid off.
God, I love it. I love it that you think like that because I did too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. All right. So stay tuned. I do have some places in mind where we're going to do our City Dogs watch party. Somebody's blowing up my phone.
Oh boy.
I can't answer during the middle of the show. But if anybody has suggestions of a place that we could throw a huge party at and have a good time, let me know. We're open to anything right now. We're wide open. We can't do Melt for Mutts anymore because Independent Store closed down, which sucked because we had a blast there. I mean, we might be able to do it in Lakewood, but Lakewood's a little bit of a smaller place. But we'll find a venue. That's no big deal. Finding a venue. But if anybody's got suggestions, throw them out there. Right now, I got probably 6 spots that I'm looking into, trying to get into for this. So just let me know. We're looking forward to it. Like I said, we got that 3-week window right there with the Raiders, the Commanders, and the Eagles. So that'll probably be the 3 weeks that we're looking into to actually doing the watch party. And like I said, come out, join us. We're running a fundraiser for City Dogs. There'll be a 50-50. There'll be baskets. There'll be us drunk as shit, just cheering on the Browns with everybody else. We'll have a pregame show. We will have guests. Last year, we had Always Positive Jay. We had Mike Carlisle from Lyman Lounge. We had Peter Tellup set up everything from LPV Productions. We had City Dogs set up. We had an adoptable dog there. Hutch was there. Actually, Hutch was there for that.
Yeah.
So please just let us know. Come out, hang out with us whenever we set up. It's going to be a good time. All right, Brian, it's time for Fat Boy Thursday.
Yep.
Now it's time for Fat Boy Thursday.
All right, welcome into Fat Boy Thursday, and I started off Fat Boy Thursday with a bang right after last Thursday, Bri. What's the best jelly for peanut butter and jelly? And I put out a poll. I just had 2 jellies: grape, strawberry. Now people wrote in some other jellies. There was a black raspberry jelly was chimed in on that one. There was a peach jelly chimed in on one. So, Bri, for you, if you're making a legit peanut butter and jelly sandwich for yourself, are you a grape or a strawberry guy?
Well, it depends on what stage of my life I am. Because growing up, my mom, Smucker's grape. It was always Smucker's grape. Not a question. Not, hey, what kind of jelly do you want me to buy you? It was
no matter what.
And so, yeah, that's all I knew. That's all. And then I find out, oh, okay, we got some options here. And so ever since I was able to purchase my own jelly and make myself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, always strawberry. I don't hate grape. It's not like I'm going to turn my nose up at a grape jelly PB&J. But if it's up to me, it's always going to be strawberry. And I think it's just a mental thing at this point, because I don't know if strawberry tastes that much better than grape. But yeah, something about, like, I couldn't have it when I was younger, so it still stays with me now. Like, I gotta have it. When I don't eat PB&Js as much as I probably should, because they are delicious. But yeah, just that mentality, like, strawberry jelly is a treat. I'm going to put strawberry jelly on there, even though pretty similar to grape.
I hear you. The fans have voted with you on the strawberry, Bri. It was 60-40 strawberry. All right. Now, I don't care either way what kind of jelly. I prefer probably grape, if anything, because that's kind of what we have in the house most of the time. But for me, it really doesn't matter, because, Brian, I'm going to tell you a little secret, and I don't want you to judge me on this, but I am, that's why they call me Fatty. I do the Big Mac kind of peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and I do grape on one side, and I do strawberry on the other side.
A triple decker?
Triple decker.
Oh, interesting. Really?
Yeah.
I've never really tried that.
Yeah. So you got the one piece of bread in the middle with peanut butter on both sides of it. And then you got one side with grape
Okay.
jelly and then one side with strawberry.
Doesn't sound too bad.
It can't, right?
Okay. I mean, yeah, no, absolutely not. You get the best of all worlds at that point. Now, do you go creamy on one side and crunchy on the other side, or do you keep it
Now,
consistent? Are you that crazy with it?
I am not stealing this from Mike Carlisle from Lyman Lounge. They talked about this. He does the creamy and crunchy on either side. I really like crunchy peanut butter, Bri. I don't know what it is about
Oh
it.
yeah.
I am
Yep.
a crunchy peanut butter guy. But in this household, Bri, it's Jif. There is no other peanut butter. It is a Jif household in this house.
Crunchy Jif every time.
For me. Now, the kids get the creamy Jif.
Because that's what they prefer, or what?
Well, it's just kind of what we have. But like my wife is a Jif girl. She doesn't like any other peanut butter besides Jif.
I would agree. I'm a Jif guy. Never went. What are the other ones? Skippy, Peter Pan. Do they still make Peter Pan?
Oh my God, yeah, they got to make Peter Pan. I missed. That was a great peanut butter too, Bri. How are you? Okay, now we're talking about PB and J. How are you with the peanut butter and jelly in the same jar together?
The goober, huh?
Yeah,
I mean, not preferred, but in a pinch, I don't. It's better than you think. I'll tell you that. I haven't had it in a very long time, but from what I remember, I'm like, this is kind of gross. But I had it, and it was actually not bad. It doesn't look as appetizing, but it's not bad.
but it looks like something that you would eat with a spoon instead of put on bread.
I haven't gone that far, but
Okay.
sure, in a pinch, why not?
Now,
Now,
go ahead.
well, I was just going to go back to the peanut butter with the crunchy and the creamy debate, because that's a big point of contention in our household. My wife is creamy and I'm crunchy, and I'll even go, she does a lot of the grocery shopping. I go with her most of the time, but she'll sneak the creamy peanut butter in the cart, and I won't really pay attention to it, and I won't notice it till I get home. So what I'll do, we usually have some sort of nut. I'll usually crush up some sort of nut just to put it on the creamy, so I actually get my own crunchy. Or if we don't have peanuts and we have potato chips, I'll do potato chips. I just need some roughage there. I need some sort of crunch to it.
That actually sounds freaking delicious.
It's not bad. It's got to be plain potato chips, but
Now, Brian, you blew my mind with that one, because I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to Godden the other night. We were talking about, now when he does peanut butter and jellies, he does toast. So it's a toasted peanut butter and jelly is what he does.
Sure.
But I brought up, what about a grilled cheese style peanut butter and jelly?
I used to do that all the time as a kid, except I wouldn't really even do jelly. It would be grilled peanut butter. Whenever my mom was making like grilled sandwiches, she would say, do you want a grilled cheese or do you want a grilled peanut butter? And I would probably usually get one of both because I'm fat, but they were awesome. Best of both worlds. How are you going to turn down one of them? Yeah, give me both, Ma.
I hear you. Now, I do have to bring up something here before we end Fat Boy Thursday. By the way, strawberry one, outstanding on that one. But my wife has brought something to my attention, and I wanted to do this before you went on your baby time, Bri. I gotta find her text here. All right. Now, there was a judge in Indiana. Now, here's the story. There's a guy that sells tacos and burritos in Indiana. Establishment, little plaza owner said he's going to shut them down because it's only for sandwiches. He deemed that a taco and a burrito is a sandwich and took it to court. An Indiana judge agreed with him that a taco was a sandwich and allowed him to keep his store open. Now, Bri, This is right up our alley debate.
Yeah,
We've talked about it as a hot dog, a taco, everything else. This is truly groundbreaking that a judge ruled that tacos and burritos are sandwiches in Indiana.
Well, if you're asking my opinion, boy, I think it depends on when you're asking the question. If you're asking the question present day, I think in this country, I understand how tacos and burritos are sandwiches. I think in other countries, they're more accepted as sandwiches. I think in this country, I would say no, it's not. But countries like Mexico, Central America, they view tortillas as bread, and so that's their bread. So it is a sandwich. Now, to us, we're getting more cultured, I guess, and more accepting of other cultures. So that's why I'm not surprised. I think if this went to court 25, 30 years ago, it would get laughed out. But now we're more accepting. So I think they say, hey, they would probably consider it a sandwich down there. So, we will accept it as a sandwich in our country right now. I don't know. It could be completely 120% wrong, but after a couple beers, that makes sense to me.
All right. Now here is his ruling, word for word. The proposed famous taco restaurant falls within the scope of general use approved in the original written commitment. Now, the original written commitment was that the store be a Subway style kind of shop, okay? Not a Mexican restaurant. Okay. The proposed famous taco restaurant would serve made to order tacos and burritos and other Mexican style food and would not have outdoor seating, drive through service, or serve alcohol. The court agrees that the tacos and burritos are Mexican style sandwiches and that the original commitment does not restrict any penalties. Bri, you're a genius.
I could be a judge, huh? Is that what you're thinking?
You can be a judge, Bri. There it is.
I'm pretty sure. You're honorable. Yeah. Whenever I leave, can you stand up, please?
Yeah, I definitely will. Stand up and go downstairs, go to the bathroom is where I'm going to go. All right. But I wanted to bring that up because my wife brought it up to me. She actually almost called me the day that she read it. She goes, because this got on like Rover's Morning Glory in the morning. They were talking about it and everything else. And she goes, I almost called you because that is definitely you and Bri talking right there. I'm like, I know it is, right? So
right up our alley.
I know, right? All right, let's get into our top three, and then we'll finish out the show with our trivia, Bri. You ready?
Yeah.
All right, Bri, we are getting into our top three sports nicknames. Now, do you need a little more time to work on your list?
No, I'm not. I'm ready, but had I thought about this for like hours, I probably could have come up with some better ones, even using Google. But this is just off the top of my head. You can go first if you want, or I'll go first. I don't care.
I'll go ahead and go first, Bri. The one that sticks out in my mind the most, and it was when I was growing up, and I never understood why they did it. Ozzie, the Wizard Smith, the Wizard of Oz, Ozzie Smith. And they brought him up all the time. He was always on Sports Center with defensive plays out the ass. Just one of the greatest shortstops of all time, Bri. So there's Ozzie Smith right out of the gate for me. Number two, Bri, part of my childhood also. Penny Hardaway. I know his name was Anthony, but we knew him as Penny, and that was all that was Penny Hardaway. And then finally, my last one, and I got to give it to my big brothers. Give me some Tractor Trailer.
Wow. How did I not remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
Look at you putting a Michigan man
Oh, it's not
one.
about
I like
Michigan.
that.
Anybody that's named Tractor Taylor has got to be in there.
I got his jersey downstairs. Maybe I'll wear it next time I'm on the show.
Hold on, does it actually
It's a little
fit?
big on me. Oh, it's
Oh,
huge.
okay.
Yeah. I don't know what size it is because, with jerseys, they're a little different. They go by like 50, 52, 54, 56. So, yeah, I'll wear it at some point. I'll show it to you. It's an old school one. I love it, though. Okay, so here we go. I'm thinking current events here for my number 3. I'm thinking of a recent one that I just found out about, and that's George Niang.
The minivan.
I don't even know if that's for sure his nickname, but I swear I heard it and I was just dying laughing when I heard it. So
It doesn't matter, Brian.
that's my number 3. My number 2, I'm not even sure who it is. I'm down to 2 players. Kobe was the Black Mamba. Then we had the Red Mamba. No. Who's the Red Mamba? Do you remember? So the 2 players I'm between is either Matt Bonner or Brian Scalabrine, and I can't remember which one
I
it
think
is.
it's Brian Scalabrine.
Maybe maybe I'll have to look it up later. So is it Matt Bonner, Brian Scalabrine, one of them? And then my number 1, I'm also shouting out the big guys. I'm also shouting out the big basketball players. Charles Barkley, the round, mound, to rebound.
Either that or Sir Charles. He had multiple.
I like the round, mound, to rebound. Nah, Sir Charles. Boring.
Hey, honorable mention.
I like when it rhymes. I'm simple.
Honorable mention. Jason White Chocolate Williams.
Sure. I had something close. I had Chocolate Thunder. I think Daryl Dawkins, Chocolate Thunder.
Nice. I love it.
So
and
good.
then here in Cleveland, we have Cookie Carrasco. There's one right there. I call him, I call him a lot of things. But
The Dark Knight.
The Farm Nailer. I call him the Farm.
Oh, boy. Does Myles Garrett have one?
Flash Garrett.
Oh, was that it, really?
Yeah, Miles Flash Garrett. That's what he
I
has
don't like
on his
that one.
Twitter
That
handle.
one sucks.
I'm
Flash
sorry.
Gordon. Josh Gordon was Flash Gordon. That
No,
Flash
Josh
Garrett.
Josh Gordon was something else that we cannot say on
No,
this
he
show.
was Flash Gordon.
was.
I thought Tyrannosaurus Miles doesn't he have like a dinosaur one or something?
Sure, I don't know what it is. Brachiosaurus.
Spider. Yeah, Spider's
Spider
pretty good.
Mitchell. Yeah, Booby Gibson.
Love Booby.
All right. Well, that is our top 3. If you have some top 3s, put them in our comments. Send them to us. We love stuff like this. Like, Babe Ruth too. Herman, Ruth. So just throw us there. All right, Brian, we're here. Trivia. You ready? City Dogs. We got Buck.
Yeah.
Go adopt Buck. Please help out City Dogs Cleveland. Now, Brian, the 6 teams that have not had an AP MVP award winner are.
Boy, I got 5 here. So let me go. All right. I just figured out a 6th. I don't know if it's right. First one I got is Jacksonville.
Bingo. There's one.
Now, this next one is a little shaky because they've been, well, shoot. Now I'm thinking back. I'll go with it. They've been a couple different franchises. Houston Texans. Does that count as one?
Number 2.
Oh, okay. All right. Now I'm picking up some speed.
Hold on. Made a mistake. There's 7. Houston was the 7th.
Houston was the 7th. Damn it. I got to come up with another one, huh? Okay.
All right.
We'll get there. No, that's okay. We'll get there.
I can't count.
I got the Falcons.
Falcons. Let me see. Are the Falcons on here? The Falcons have one, I believe. Yes, the Falcons have one.
Damn. Okay. Then pretty sure Tom Brady never won it with the Bucks. Tampa Bay.
There it is. Third one, Tampa Bay.
Nice. Okay, so we got 3. Then I can't think of one for the Bengals. Did the Bengals have one?
Yes, they did.
Did they really? Okay. So now I'm going to what team is formerly known as the Redskins?
The Redskins have one also.
Jeez. Okay. Now we'll shoot from the hip here. The Raiders.
Raiders have one.
Damn.
Here we go. NFC
Yep.
West.
West. Seattle.
Nope.
The Rams.
Nope.
No, Rams have Eric Dickerson. I thought Arizona had Kurt Warner.
Nope.
So who does that leave? The Niners?
Nope.
Arizona didn't. Oh, so Kurt Warner never won it with them?
No, he did not. There's Kurt Warner, so there's one. All right.
Okay.
NFC South.
Panthers had Cam Newton. You said the Falcon or Bucks. Who else we got? Falcons and Saints. Did the Saints never have one?
The Saints have never had one, Bri.
Really? No Drew Brees love, huh?
Here we
Okay.
AFC
How many we got
East.
left?
Two more. AFC East.
I almost said the Bills, but I think OJ won one with them. Certainly Tom Brady's won them. The Jets.
Good job on the Jets. And then finally,
Okay.
the NFC East.
East again, going back to. So we got the Cowboys, the Giants. The Giants had LT. So it's either the Cowboys or the Eagles. I guess the Eagles.
There it is. That's the last one, Bri.
Really? See, that's
All
some
right.
good franchises. Never had
I
one.
know. Get ready for this. Now, here's a little trip back in time before we close out the show. Matt Ryan, Atlanta Falcons, 2016. That's when he got his Matty Ice.
Oh, did he win it? I remember he had a really good season. I couldn't remember if he won it or not.
All right, for Baltimore, Lamar Jackson. For the
Right.
Buffalo Bills, Thurman Thomas.
Did he win it? Huh?
Mm-hmm. Carolina Panthers, Cam Newton, 2015. The Chicago Bears, The Sweetness, back in 1977.
Are you going to go through every 32 teams?
Yes, I am. Is that all right?
Sure.
I'll make it quick.
I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd.
All right. So, Cincinnati Bengals, Boomer Esiason in 1988. We had Brian Sipe in 1980. Cowboys, Emmitt Smith.
That was my my bonus question. I was going to get some points for it.
You got bonus points for that. All right. Cowboys, Emmitt Smith, 1993. Denver Broncos, Peyton Manning, 2013. Detroit Lions, Barry Sanders. Green Bay Packers, Aaron Rodgers. The Indianapolis Colts, Peyton Manning. Kansas City Chiefs, Patrick Mahomes. Las Vegas Raiders, Rich Gannon, 2002. Chargers, LT. Rams, Kurt Warner. You had the Dolphins now I got to bring it back up again because stupid phone. Dolphins was
Brian Greasy. Dan Marino.
Dan Marino. Vikings was Adrian Peterson. Pats was Tom Brady. Giants, Lawrence Taylor. For the Steelers, Terry Bradshaw was the last one to win it.
Yep.
Steve Young for the 49ers. Sean Alexander for your Seattle Seahawks.
That's right. Sure.
Steve McNair back in 03 for your Tennessee Titans. And
Remember
Joe
that one.
Eisman for your Washington Commanders.
Oh, the Thiesman. That's right. Okay. Good.
Little,
yeah, I like that list.
Did I not give you good trivia, Brian?
I enjoyed that one a lot, for sure.
All right, so I need everybody here watching right now. We got up to 68 people watching right now. I need everybody. God bless Bri. He's going to take some maternity leave from the show. All right.
Okay, now I'm back. Sorry, I lost you for a second.
No, you're fine. Just Bri, Have fun with the baby. Congratulations beforehand. Send me pictures. I can't wait. Can't wait. Can't wait. We'll keep everybody updated as you go through. Bri, we're here at the end of our show. God bless them, brother.
Yep. God bless you. God bless your family. Hope you have a great couple of weeks, and we'll see you soon.
All right. We're Legal Ham to the Face. We're definitely uncorked, unloaded, and we're out. See you next Thursday.